One of the oldest here. I wanted to take a license. The oldest. We are all actually. I please come. Let me see something else. Okay. You can serve tea. You will serve tea.
Sir, inform me.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I've never liked silence of the land, and you'll also notice that just yesterday, just to keep the. How do you give me the mic? You require the mic, all right? All right, recording, all right. So I'll say once again a very good morning to all the smart ladies and gentlemen of Amity University, Uttar Pradesh. We extend a very hearty welcome to General Shashi SBK Singh. We happen to go back good about 50 or 60 years back to Sainik School Tilea, which is right now judged as the finest Sainik school in the country. Yes, we have the Vice Chancellor here,
Thank you so much.
Professor Dr. Balwinder Shukla. Very gracious of you, ma'am, to come. So I was just saying that we have extended a very warm welcome, despite his very hectic schedules. We tried to pull him out, literally out of the jaws of the Raksha Mantri. And as you know, he is not only of the Indian Army, I just wanted to clarify, happens to be the Director General of Resettlement of the Armed Forces, Tri-Services. And we are very grateful, ma'am, that you have taken the few minutes out to welcome and spend some time and interaction. We are also very grateful to each one of you here today to make your presence felt. And let me tell you, keep your minds open like a parachute, because you have to interact with him on a very diverse academic spectrum. We have to see as to how we can do capacity building, and as far as Amity University, Uttar Pradesh, under the stewardship of ma'am and of course the Chancellor, Dr. Atul Chauhan, and Honorable Founder President, Dr. Ashok Chauhan. Thank you very much. Yes. Please sit.
Yes. First of all, I would like to extend a very warm welcome to Major General SBK Singh at Amity University campus. We have very old relationship with the DGR, almost as old as the Amity Business School is. There's very few, I think after 2 or 3 years of ABS establishment, we had the program from the DGR, and we have the alumnus of those programs working today with Amity University. One of our Deputy Director in Academic Office, Manoj Kumar, is the alumnus from the 1-year program of the DGI, which was done by the Amity Business School at that time. So from there, the number of programs started. Today, your being here gives us a lot of confidence that together we can take the new initiatives for the capacity building and how Amity can be partner in that. Our Honorable Founder President have very special respect and regard for the all the defense forces, and we have been doing the number of program. He always envisioned that how the MIT can provide the second career, and you would see that so many people from the defense are here in MIT University, and for them it's not just the second career, it's just like the first career, and immensely contributing in the growth of MIT Universe. So once again, I extend very warm welcome to here at MIT University. So my team from the various departments, they will share the experiences, how they have conducted the program, what more can do, and I request Gadhyok ji. First, I thank you very much for bringing the, SINGH up to the campus, and then secondly, that how we can now work out to strengthen our relationship and contribute to the career of the from the people from the defense forces. We are conducting the largest PhD program here at MIT University. So many things are doing. I think that when we will make the presentation, that will be shown. So we seek your guidance and help that what more we can do, and because we know that there's an ocean of opportunities, but how we can contribute in that ocean of opportunities and be the partner for the growth of the team of all the defense forces. With this, I would like to thank you. And I have actually very urgent meeting in the important meeting outside, but I did not want to leave the campus without meeting you and greeting you and welcoming you at MIT. Thank you very much.
And ladies and gentlemen, I just pick up the thread from where the Vice Chancellor led. I'm very sincerely and honestly, I'd just like to convey to you that each one of us over here present today, I think has got plenty to say about their respective departments. And you've got some very innovative and some very, I think, fine ideas. Now, we really are not here to provide an inspiration beyond your imagination, but I'll only say that the general has come here, time is apremium. So while we are having tea, I'll request all of you, ladies first, as we say in the armed forces, to interact. If you've got one or two points, then we just start off like that, in the end. So I request Professor Dr. Alkaji, if you have any points, anything else besides MAI, you can talk about MAI because she was the one who was, organizing and orchestrating it with great success, consent and so on.
Yeah, so a very warm welcome to MIT University from our side also. And I'm looking after the teacher education institution here, AIE, that is Amity Institute of Education. So we are basically, coordinating and conducting the course on the management of academic institution. And as it has been a wonderful experience, with the participants. And I must say here that the participants also, they have really enjoyed, when we talk in, when we are actually in an education, the most important part is participants enjoying the course. And that is what we have felt and the kind of feedback we have received from the participants. And we are just looking forward to having more and more of courses, from DGR. The last course which we had was in 2019, just before COVID. And it was, sometimes we had one course in a year, twice also, we have had courses. And once we had, three courses in 1 year. So that was the demand of the course. So we are just looking forward to it, having more courses, on MAI.
Brigadier Sharma, sir? Sir.
Sir, I'm Brigadier Sharma, been in training and development area with Amity University for the last about 17, 18 years. I would just like to say a few words about my perspective on resettlement. So today, when an army officer retires, he's not looking for a job actually. He's looking for a purpose to live after retirement, a meaning life. And if he can do something which can bring joy to his life, enriches his life, and also maybe bring in some financial gains, it's all the most welcome. With their 15 to 20 to 30 years of experience in leadership, management, decision making, problem solving, they are natural leaders, army officers. All that they need to do is to add little value to those skills. I'll tell you what I mean by that value. Today, the government of India, incidentally, we are consultants with government of India with about 5, 7 ministries.
You can mention that.
Swachh Bharat Mission, we are knowledge partners with Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs. National Rural Livelihood Mission, we are consultants with the Ministry of Rural Development. Air and water pollution, we are consultants with Central Pollution Control Board. Department of Science and Technology, in capacity building and training. With the National Capacity Building Commission, we along with KPMG, Ernst & Young, we are one of the 7 organizations for capacity building of all central government employees under Mission Karam Yogi. So when I'm doing all these projects, there are so many opportunities. There are so many opportunities for army officers who've got little skills. Now, what are those skills? For example, you want to be a consultant to a state government, central government, district authorities in the area of, let's say, garbage-free cities. All that you do a certificate course in environment. Namami Ganga Mission, all that you do is a short certificate course in water management. Climate change, all that you need a short course in impact assessment. Now, with these short courses, these officers will be able to offer their services in monitoring and evaluation of projects, all government projects. For example, Swachh Bharat Mission is 1.4 lakh crore project. And they are looking for officers, they're looking for managers, they're looking for, people to deliver on the ground. And they're hiring left, right, and center. So there are a lot of opportunities which are there. We can offer you a list of certificate courses which these officers need to do and add to their skills. And they should try and become job creators, not job seekers. A short certificate course in entrepreneurship is all that they need to do. And MIT University's incubator is the best in the country. 750 companies have incubated here. We can incubate a few hundred companies of army officers. So they should become entrepreneurs, not looking for jobs. And what kind of jobs these private companies are offering? We don't need security officers. We don't need minor HR managers. We need people who've done operational experience, who can handle marketing, sales, operations, and we've got the capabilities. So I suggest that our entire outlook should be in building capacity and skills in these officers rather than looking for jobs. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Kiran Sharma. Actually, I'll just add what he has said. Because Shashi, what had happened was we had General Sharad Kapoor who had come here, and Sharad came and spent time here because he was invited by the Honorable Founder President, Dr. Chauhan. And Chauhan had invited him here because my book was released. And my book is basically From War to Peace. It's about good governance and leadership, ex-servicemen contributing to perspective. Now, when Sharad came here, he told me, he says, sir, you have mentioned, I think, at least about 100 odd avenues and vistas which could open, wherein the ministries could absorb these ex-servicemen after their retirement. And you've given a statistical figure about 60,000 plus. So he says, sir, with so much of a wastage after discipline, training, and the fine department and skill, what he said, Mati skill. Now, I had listed out in the book that there are at least about 12 to 15 departments. Trial services, where a person, like for example, from the Army Service Corps, he can directly go from the Service Corps into transport and management under General V.K. Singh's department. So I said, when these people, all right, when these people are sent to the respective ministries, they can be absorbed over there as per their skill and as per the leadership quotient, which has to be identified. I said, not by us. This has to be done by the DGR, your department, because you're the best. And if you say that, all right, out of 60,000, I'm going to pick up only about 8,000 or 5,000 people, they go to their respective villages. There they can actually, along with, in a mutative manner, they can contribute in an exponential, meaningful dimension to the good governance and to the running of all the projects in the villages. Like the village I adopted in Berati in Tamil Nadu, in my book, I mentioned, it was declared the best village with only 3 ex-servicemen. So the Sarpanch, she was delighted absolutely, and she said, sir, these 3 people are enough. So what I would like to recommend very strongly is that officers can be not only in MAI, that is an academic institution, but what Brigadier Sharma has said and what Professor Dr. Bansal will also recommend to you. We should take all these suggestions and we will send you, in fact, a write-up, a feedback and the minutes of this particular meeting with you. And you could look at it in a very intricate manner so that it can contribute holistically to the development of the ex-servicemen's potential and thereby contribute to society and nation building and develop power of India. Dr. Bansal.
Thank you, sir. Sir, welcome. Welcome to MIT. Thank you so very much. In fact, I'm going back from where Vice Chancellor started the thing from. I am with this group for last 20 plus years, and our founder president is having a great affinity for armed forces. Incidentally, our first Vice Chancellor was also Major General K. Singh from the armed forces. And the program which Dr. Shukla mentioned, incidentally, I was the program coordinator of that particular program, which we started way back in 2005. We initiated, it was 3 months management program. And in the very first program, our founder president himself came here, himself attended the program. And thereafter, we extended that program to 6 months also with, and then we finally extended that program to 1 year diploma also. And we gave an option if somebody wants to continue it, it can be done for 2 years. Now that was the history. That was only one school that time, MIT Business School. There came the university after 2005. So in this university now we have Noida, Greater Noida, Lucknow, Dubai, and Tashkent as a part of it. And today I often say that we have a presence in all the 7 continents, including Antarctica. So where we have an expedition of environment also, sir. So there are a lot many opportunities, sir, and especially for the management. Now we have a faculty of management studies, and where we offer around 64 different programs in PG and UG, including PhD program also. So I mean, any program, and one more thing, sir, like we have that academic flexibility also, where we can customize a program as per the requirement of the. As Dr. Shukla said, we are fortunate to have people from that very first batch. I am remembering General Bindra, who was during that time, I mean, heading our cell of armed forces, associations, and we used to go for various presentation during that time. So that's, but after 2019, since it's a gap of 5 years, and we have so many new avenues also, new programs also. Now, if you wish to do anything in AI, we have a specialized cell here for AI also. Even data analytics, any you name any program except medical sciences, we can be there to help you, assist you. Thank you so much.
So I'm Brigadier Datta. I've been here in MIT for the last. I've been here for the last about 16 years. I'm taking care of 3 institutions. One is MIT Indian Military College for Women. This is a unique venture by MIT. In fact, the only one of its type where we take in, it's a girls' college. We take in girls after 10+2 in any stream, especially those who are keen to join the armed forces. Now, under one roof, we ensure that they get enough expertise as far as the written entrance tests are concerned, and also the SSB interview, because we have our staff here who are SSB, ex-SSB. So we take on to that. We have already got 3 batches running, And we had only BA General program so far. But now, last year onward, we have added BSc also. BSc, both medical as well as non-medical. So both have been added. We are also giving them the choices for psychology. We are giving the chances for sociology and things like that, trying to make it as wide as possible so that any girl who wishes to join the armed forces and has done a particular, is keen to take on a particular subject, gets that opportunity. This is a very good venture, and fee also, our honorable founder president had kept it the lowest. It is in fact subsidized. Probably this is one program where the fee is the lowest in Amity completely. In addition to this, we have seen the progress of the girls. One who couldn't even speak, say 3 sentences, by the time she has put in 1 year, she has taken off. Then we have also Amity SSB Academy, where we have already succeeded in getting 374 students of ours selected for the armed forces, Army, Navy, Air Force, and out of them, about 60 were girls. 60 were girls. So we even venture out also. If somebody invites us, we've been going even for the army formations also, and army establishments also, trying to help them out. And this, the fee, of course, as founder president, is very keen to for nation building. So the fee has been always kept very low, so that everybody feels at ease to go in for us. One more institute which we have is for grooming the final year students here, because we army officers especially have that expertise. We have been in the SSB and we've been doing interview technique and group discussions and things like that. So we move around, conduct workshops here in Amity campus itself for the final year students, so that they are convenienced and they can become competent to undergo campus placements. So we do that also. So we're doing this value addition in terms of all these activities.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I also like to apply the DGR. That's an appraisal has already been done on the perspective, what we are talking, to the 3 chiefs, to all the 3 chiefs. And I've spoken to the CDS about the Chief of Defense Staff. And they have highly appreciated. And what actually Brigadier Datta is doing, one of the elders, gurus over here from the armed forces, most commendable. And this exemplary performance actually is all attributed to his stewardship. Now, the chiefs have appreciated, and they have said that we see no reason as to why Amity University, which has a very high threshold of academic and achieving scholastic excellence, as to why it cannot be exploited. So like what Brigadier Sharma had said, we are looking at, Shashi, now a very diverse spectrum. So when you get back, you can carry out an analysis introspection as to which are the fields where you would like us to get involved, whether it is training and development, or it is academic institutions, or any other domain centricity. We can take it on, because I think Amity University presently in the NCR should, I think, be one of the best, which should be able to take it on. Raj, would you like to say something?
Okay.
Raj.
Very warm welcome to you. I'm Dr. Kapoor, ex-army again. So I am now officiating registrar and also the director academics of the university. So over the years, I've been here now for almost 15 years. So over the years, I've been seeing the DGR courses, and I have been interacting with the officers who have been coming and doing the courses. All were quite satisfied. In fact, some of them in the beginning, when they came here, they were my course mates, and they used, in between the classes, they used to come and sit with me. And I think it's time that we should again restart. And as Dr. Bansal has said, we have all the disciplines, because I am looking after the academics also. We have all the disciplines, and we have got the best now AI center in the whole of the universities in the country. out here. So the artificial intelligence courses and other courses, we can start and provide value to the Army in a great way.
Good morning, sir. I am Harish Kumar, domain head of Faculty of Education. So I am also head of Amity School of Sports Sciences and Physical Education. So here we have introduced very nicely NEP 2020, which is very much essential in today's scenario. And if we just look behind this NEP 2020, it says knowledge superpower. India would be the knowledge superpower in 2047. But if you see our founder president's quote, he had already quoted this 20 years before, that India would be the knowledge superpower by 2030. So it means how the visionary our president is. So here through NEP 2020, we are going to introduce all the 64 कलाएं जो कि बाण भट्ट ने दी थी. So and I have also been the part of DGR because I am the guidance counselor having that license also from Japan and from the NCRT. So particularly in the vocational counselings like that. So I am the trained in that way. So I have the much exposure not only of India but of abroad also. So the scenario whatever I have seen in African countries, etc., in Japan, etc., we share with each other so that the cultural exchange can be made within the India, not going to such countries. So this is a short note from my side. Thank you.
Yes. First of all, welcome to you. And I'm Brigadier Dr. Anand Tiwari. I'm heading the Institute of Defense and Strategic Studies here. Because of the kind of ideas which are floating around here, I'm just motivated to say one more thing, that we have recently introduced a course called Geopolitical Risk Analyst in Global Trade and Investment. And one of the USP of this course is that you have direct, job titles like that, Geopolitical Risk Analyst in all the consultancies. Now, although we are running this course as a one-year PG diploma, nevertheless, we can customize it for the armed forces officers at the verge of retirement, which can be truncated to 6 months. And in the template which you have, wherein they do 3 months while in service, 3 months after service, in that template, this course can be offered with the due, permission of our Director General, that we can contribute from AIDSS to some regard. Thank you very much.
Yes, Dr. Bakshi, please.
Distinguished guests, heads, HUI veterans, eminent faculty present here on the occasion. I take this opportunity to formally introduce Major General SBK Singh, Director General Resettlement. He did his schooling at Sainik School Tilaya and alumnus of National Defense Academy and Indian Military Academy. He was commissioned in Regiment of Artillery in June 1989. In his distinguished military career, spanning over 3 decades, the general officer has the distinction of tenanting key command and staff appointments in peace and field, both in Northeast as well as Jammu and Kashmir. The officer has commanded 72 Field Regiment in Op Rhino and 99 Artillery Brigade in Alwar and Mathura. He is a silver gunner of his YO course, and general officer has excelled exceptionally in all mandatory courses of instructions. The general officer took over as Director General Resettlement with effect from 1st December 2023. And now I would request General S.K. Geriok, Director General IDSS, ACDSA, Vice Chairman ASTIF, to address the gathering, please. General Geriok, sir.
Thank you very much, Colonel Rajan. A very good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We heartily extend a very warm welcome on this auspicious occasion to General SBK Singh, the Director General of the Indian Armed Forces. On behalf of Dr. Ashok K. Chauhan, Honorable Founder President, Amity Education Group, Dr. Atul Chauhan, Chancellor, Amity University, Uttar Pradesh, Noida, and esteemed Professor Dr. Balvinder Shukla, Vice Chancellor. You just met her, the gracious lady. And I also today take the opportunity to welcome each one of you. We have very eminent faculties over here. Professor Dr. Bansal Saab, Professor Dr. Alkam Mudgal. We have Group Captain Kapil Shukla, General Devesh Gaur. We also have Rear Admiral Alok Bhatnagar, Legion of Merit, United States. We have Brigadier Arjun Datta. We have Professor Raj Kamal Kapoor, and we have Brigadier Sharma here. And of course, we have Wing Commander M.K. Sharma. I call him Balakot, surgical strike. And we also have Colonel Suhail, of course, worthy colleagues, that is Dr. Harish. Now, ladies and gentlemen, today, besides welcoming my team also, we are very fortunate that the general has spared time, because last time he just said that I would be having about an hour. We managed to drag him out of his office and to come over here. He is an extremely busy and committed gentleman, because he is contributing in a very special dimension, with exactitude, of course, pertaining to his profession, for all tri-services. And most of the time he's there with the Raksha Mantri and with the Additional Secretaries and Secretary, Government of India, Ministry of Defense. Now, I would just like to apprise you that Dr. Ashok K. Chauhan, who happens to be the Honorable Founder President, Amity Education Group, has specially conveyed his very fond regards to you and his greetings, of course, for having tenanted this very coveted appointment as Director General Resettlement. And I would just like to speak one or two lines about it, because it's very essential for you to know that he not only is a seneschal of Amity University for all of us and our guiding light. I call him the Titan of edification. He's an educationist and academician with impeccable credentials. And by the way, he happens to be a gold medalist in biochemistry. And he is an academician who has not only, in fact, shown the way and lighted the path to crimson glory, and as far as academic scholastic excellence is concerned, but through his innovation-driven research, education, and pedagogic excellence. And he has laid a lot of stress on behavioral, that is behavioral sciences, as also personality development. And I must add on that he has a great panache for pristine philanthropy. He's a gentleman who has contributed a lot. And like he has said very correctly, he's the person who had envisioned that India Knowledge Power 2030 and contributing, I think, in a very exponential manner to developed India 2047. Now, I take this opportunity, ladies and gentlemen, to convey collective good wishes, not only to General Shashi for the Happy New Year, and because he's visiting us just now, I wished him that long time back as Director General Resettlement, but also to your entire team at DGR. We certainly are going to come and say hello to you and disturb you sometime over there, over a cup of coffee, and to further pick up the thread that we are going to leave here today. Now, I have great regard for him, because when I spoke to him, that in my maiden endeavor, I found that he has spoken to me with a lot of shared optimism. And that itself shows what kind of a quintessential outlook he has. He has promised us that he's going to take up the baton and he's going to revitalize, revisit, and review what we had said and what Professor Dr. Akamudgal has mentioned to you, General. And we are very thankful to you, not only for organizing the management of academic institutions. Once you take it up, it'll be done in the best possible manner. The number of weeks, we can orchestrate that and customize it just the way the Army wants it. And the statement of case has already been sent to you. And I'm very glad that you have received it with a very positive mind. That's also what Brigadier Sharma from the Amity Institute of Training and Development, he's mentioned a very diverse, I should say, bandwidth of certain courses, whether they are diplomas or they are certificates. Like as we have established the Amity Center for War and Conflict Studies, which you very kindly acknowledged. After establishing War and Conflict Studies, we are the only ones in the country. I can reiterate and buttress this particular issue that we are very successful in having conducted for nearly about 90 officers of the Indian Armed Forces, senior as generals also attended, all my students. I've got about 60,000 students now in the armed forces, those who are serving and retired. And I was just sharing with Brigadier Sharma yesterday, last evening, when he came and said hello to us. And he said a very important issue. He said, sir, we should be able to not only run management of academic institute, but we should be able to open, in fact, if you really ask me, the kitty, as the general views it, with great amount of passion, and the same can be put up to the respective ministries, not only Ministry of Defense, but we can speak about it. So that is exactly why I told him that he should give it out, as they have met with transcendent success with all these ministries, all these 7 ministries. So we'll request Brigadier Sharma to kindly send us a write-up. And, sir, we can take it up with the general officer who's highly optimistic about it. I can tell you that Amity University has very clearly brought out, we've got about 78 retired officers, 11 Amity University, Pan-India, and total of 22 campuses. So you can have the correct assessment of the tremendous respect and deep regard, that has been generated through the ethos. We are calling Amity actually the cradle of learning and leadership. And this is primarily because of the kind of gentlemen, the ladies and gentlemen that you see here. We've got very eminent faculty. This is the honor, commitment, and dedication that you see, today over here. Now, because you do not have time, Shashi, we are not going to take you in the cart to show you the global, and in fact, vestige of the university, primarily because we want to cut it out. But as you drive out, you should have a glimpse, because there's a lot of reconstruction. The infrastructure is a very dynamic process. It is getting developed throughout. I would like to make a mention that strategic and critical thinking is a very core issue over here in Amity. It's all innovation driven. Anything that you feel that you would like, whatever Brigadier Sharma has said, Madam has said, and Professor Dr. Sanjeev Bansal, anything can be customized. So it can be tailor-made as per your particular requirement. So please do not hesitate at any moment. You can just pick up a particular subject and get back to us and say, sir, could you give it the correct complexion as desired, as per the requisites, that is by the Indian Armed Forces. And we shall do that. Now, I'm cutting short to what I have to say, but with all the flavor and flame at my disposal today, I'll only say that the armed forces in general, as you're aware, professes more skills and tools towards instrumentation of success, and are therefore a preferred resource. And I'll only say that intrinsically, we are all born leaders in the armed forces, and we have the killer's instinct to execute any kind of a task which is given to us. So being here as fountainheads of learning, I would like to request you that we be considered so that we can consistently exhibit a model conduct, deportment, erudition level, and associated strategies with an earnest desire and an inexorable quest for learning and enhancing the contextual knowledge in perspective. Now, with that, ladies and gentlemen, I will be wishing General Shashi and his team at DGR best of luck and a very transformative tenure. You've just taken over, you're in the embryonic stage right now. So get on to the hyper trajectory and wish you constellations. Well, someone mentioned about oceans. I'll mention about the super constellation, as space cannot be forgotten. And of course, you're on the land component. Keep your feet on the ground. And we wish that the revivalism and the review which you carry out will give us transcendence in our quest for running these courses at your behest. Thank you very much. Har Maidan Fateh. Thank you. God bless.
Thank you, sir.
I've taken very little time, so you too must follow.
Yes, yes. Now I take this opportunity to present before you the resettlement courses which were conducted at MIT University from 2005 to 2019. Our Honorable Founder President had resolved to make India as a knowledge superpower by 2030, and it has become a mission for all MITians. Our Founder President holds defense forces very close to his heart and have no hold bar approach in providing all possible help for their academic progression, welfare, and resettlement. We at MIT had close collaboration with Director General Resettlement to realize the dream of retiring defense personnel to settle down with dignity and honor. As evident in the second part of your mission statement, we at MIT are fully equipped and geared up to provide all necessary skilling, education, and training needed for resettlement of defense personnel. Since I am from Defense and Studies Department, I thought I should just cover a couple of points. These are the three institutes which are there at in Defense and Studies Department: AIDSS, which is looking after academics; MIT Center for Defense and Strategic Analysis, that is basically think tank function of Defense and Studies, and MIT Institute of Education and Training, AIET, that is basically dealing with resettlement courses as well as officers coming to us on study leave.
And recently, MIT Center for War and Conflict.
MIT Center for War and Conflict Studies, we have started with the great success. 89 officers have done the course with us, as General Gediok has already mentioned. And this is the basic organization which we are having here. With Founder President as President, Dr. Salamurthy as Vice President, and further below is our organization. This is the chart for our faculty, which is presently posted with the AIDSS. So these are the MOU partners with whom we are having collaboration with, where our students are getting benefited, our researchers, scholars are getting benefited with them. In addition, we are also planning to have MOU with King's College London, Tel Aviv University, and S. Rajaratnam School of International Studies, and Observer Research Foundation. And it is in pipeline, and very shortly we are going to go ahead with MOU with these prestigious institutions, including Indian Air Force. With foreign universities which are into defense and studies, these are the universities, and our students who would like to pursue their further studies in these universities are looking forward to joining them. So these are the details of the resettlement courses which were conducted for defense officers since 2005. As you can see, the business management and management of academic institutions, these two courses were most favored. Total 41 courses were conducted and 520 officers were benefited doing these courses from all three services. Then JCO and other rank, these are the courses run for them. Business management courses run by ABS, again, most favored, 14 courses in total we have run for 610 JCO other rank. And total 33 courses which were conducted and 908 these JCO and other rank were benefited by them. Year-wise summary of resettlement courses. We have started with 2005-06, and last course was conducted 2019, spilled over to 2020. Total for officers, 40 courses were conducted, 520 officers were part of these courses, and 33 courses were JCOR and 908 JCOR were benefited. Total 73 courses and 1,428 total officers, JCO and other rank were benefited by these courses. This was the summary. And year-wise summary of study leave officers who are coming to us regularly. As you can see, in presently we have 2022 batch 7 officer and 2023 batch 6 officers, and queries are already coming for their enrollment into various courses in MIT University. And till now we had 95 officers in 2011. With this, I come to the end of my summarization of all the courses which we had. And now I will invite Professor Dr. Sanjeev Bansal, Dean FMS and Director MIT Business Schools, to address us about short management courses for resettlement of armed forces personnel.
We have a MOU which we signed with the Indian Army, the headquarters of Army Training Command. And therefore, the legitimacy actually is further authenticated because we are able now to capitalize on that. And I'm meeting the Chief of Army Staff today, General Manoj Pandey, and we are going to reiterate this particular issue that the headquarters Army Training Command should be told, that is General Manjinder should be told to interact with us, and we would like to take it further, to leverage actually the present threshold, because all the officers who are supposed to be coming here for the study leave process, they get in touch with Dr. Ritu Grover. And we are very happy to know that now more and more officers are approaching us, because all these officers, we have spoken to the chief, and we have said that send us officers not only for study leave process, they should come to us, do the courses, and get back and plow them into core areas, and you can make your nodal centers. Now, if officers are coming to us, now say supposing in whatever kind of governance and administration or whatever, now these officers should get back into the respective streams, and the Chief of Army Staff can identify that, all right, I've got now 15 officers who have been trained at Amity University, Uttar Pradesh. So I should put them in actually a center of excellence, which is dedicated for that specific purpose. So therefore, last time when I had spoken to him, he liked the idea. So I'm meeting him today to tell him that he must institutionalize the certified course in war and conflict studies. That is, have it for all the units of the Indian Army, and we can have it in an axiomatic sequence. Not only that is from the commands, but all the formation areas, all the headquarters, so that everyone can be educated, and we can enhance, the level of military erudition. And he has promised that he is going to look into that. And the other issue which Dr. Selva Murthy has also given to us. Over to you, Professor. Sorry for keeping you busy.
Good morning, everyone. Sir, welcome again. General Gadihok has already warned me, so I will not be taking, though I have so much to say. But and I am a teacher by choice, and once you hand over the mic to a teacher, it's very difficult to stop. But since he has already warned me, I will not be taking much of the time, sir. So I just start from this. This is called MIT Education Group, and I already told you our presence in all the 7 continents, including Antarctica. I have, fortunately, I'm heading the school from where the journey of MIT started in 19 school. And here we have already conducted 20 plus programs of armed forces. Incidentally, the first program was also offered at MIT Business School only, sir. And as I have told you, sir, very few things. We have 16 faculties of studies here, sir. And excluding medical sciences, we have almost all the courses. And one most important thing is that we are open for any kind of, any customization of the program which we can do. If you permit me, I can just go back to the memory lane of 2005 when we started this program. We were having in the race, and General Bindra and myself, when we spoke with DG at that time, he said, we may try by giving you a 3 months program. That will be the only program we can offer to you. And after that, like when we started the program, about Dr. Chauhan every day took a feedback from me. And on the day of valedictory, he came to the campus, and then we had a meeting with DGR. And he said, can you customize it for the next 3 more months? We did it for 6 months. And ultimately, we ended up in 1-year diploma. And one more thing which Brigadier Datta has also said, this is regarding the fee structure. I mean, very humbly, I can submit, sir, fees and all these things are very secondary for us. The founder president has told us that anything which is meaningful, which is outcome oriented, should be only done. And from armed forces, he has a great affinity, and he has always maintained. In fact, the first program, General Saab, when we started, we kept it for 10,000 rupees for the entire year. In 2005. And very shyly, I asked founder president, sir, how we are going to manage? He says, Sanjeev, it's not money which is basically thing. I want that like armed forces people should be having a feel of MIT, and we should be giving them the best. This is the kind of feeling we have, sir. So, sir, this is about the education group, and I'm just coming back to Faculty of Management Studies. So we started our journey from business school. Now we have these many schools in the We have School of Built Environment, we have School of CII, which is a collaborative school. Then we have School of Insurance Banking. In total, we are offering 64 plus programs. In India, we have 2 rankings. NIRF is one of the best ranking which we take, and our management institution is at 28th ranking in that. And I just to submit that we have 43,000 plus institutions in India of higher education. So our ranking is 28th in management, sir. These are the various awards and all. So this is, sir, like about management education. I will not be taking much of the time, but MBA program, I just wanted to put a light. So we have, sir, semester program here. So when we started the first program for business management, we tried to give the 2 years program as a capsule course in 6 months only. So what we did, we made a trimester system for that. And in trimester, in 6 months, we tried to give them everything pertaining to management education, essential management education in 6 months only. So on those lines, we can now also customize the program as per your requirement. Armed Forces officer also, the leadership is most looked after program, but there are definitely AI and other things also. So we are also doing a lot many courses in cybersecurity also, sir. So in case if there is any requirement, those things can be also done. So this is about our MBA program, BBA program, sir. These are the kind of programs which we are offering. As General Bakshi has just told us, like we are having serving army officer who are basically serving, who are doing 2 years program with us also. And we can customize the programs as per the requirement. There are so many slides, but I will not be taking much of the time as the time constraint is there. And I actually wish, General Saab, if time permits, we should be taking him for a quick round. Certainly. Otherwise.
Sanjeev, you would just like to be slightly more current and clarify, because the general must be thinking, in case he wants, because the military officers nowadays want short capsule. We call it capsule.
Yes, sir.
There is no problem in getting certified courses like the one we conducted.
Sir,
they are very fond of having certificate courses.
Sir, we can do as many as certificate programs. It's not an issue, sir.
Okay.
And one more thing, sir, we are UGC recognized, so, and we are a university, sir. So there are a number of programs which we can run from the institution as per our choice. It can be 3 months courses. And one more thing is there, sir, we would be offering, for example, an officer has done 3 months program and he wants to extend it to 6 months. Those kind of flexibility are also having, we are having with us. Though now after NEP, we have got these opportunities officially also, but otherwise also in MIT, we were doing these things before also. For example, officer has completed 1 year of diploma and he wants to enroll for MBA program, then we can do the course mapping and they can be added to the MBA program. Those things are there, sir. So these are the various, and Rajan Bakshi Sahab has basically given you the MOUs which they are having from Defense Study Institution, but actually we are having more than 100 plus MOUs with various countries, and everywhere we are having a partner institution in the world, sir. These are various specializations. So anything, sir, like not only for the serving officer, but for their wards also. And one of the most sought after program here is PhD. This is something which I wish that where the average age is 55, sir. I was just told by Admiral Bhatnagar that he's also doing a PhD program. So General Saab has also done it. So this is one more program which I would like to request in case any of the serving officer wants to continue with the PhD program. This is something we have in all the disciplines, sir. So, this is something, sir, I can just add on and on, but any queries, anything, we are open for that, sir. I hope I am in time, General Sir.
Absolutely.
I am very scared of you.
Look, what I want to just convey to you, since time is been all over, but certainly don't feel constrained. I cannot circumscribe and try to tell you, that don't try to highlight a particular issue or a point. Be very candid with him. And after this, after the general officer has left, kindly feel free to interact with them. You got the very smart staff officer sitting over here with a parachute wing. Kindly get in touch with him. And you have total accessibility. And let me tell you, Shashi, unlike the previous, of course, the previous were also very well endowed. But let me tell you, Shashi is highly accessible. My first call and he picks up. The first ring he picks up. It's a James Bond ring, so he knows it's coming from General Tony Katyuk. What I want to tell you that please feel free. That is, of course, Professor Dr. Bansal downwards, Madam, and Brigadier Sharma. Kindly go and interact with him. Please tell him what all you can offer and let him satisfy himself. Because let me tell you, that is very, very important. Because the moment he tries to identify, he can tell you that, all right, in so many areas, I'll be able to exploit, the kind of golden opportunity we're going to be made available. So please feel free. Absolutely.
Sir, one more thing, sir, I'm sure you must be convinced that we are also having a military training camp at Manisa, where it's a mandatory requirement. All of our students go for a week's program over there. This is mandatory requirement here, and we give them the credit for that also, sir. So these are the various activities, and as I have told you, the most important thing is the flexibility, academic flexibility within the ambit of the norms. So see, we have too many monitoring bodies. We have UGC, we have UP State Higher Education Council, but despite of that, we have all the opportunities where we can customize the program as per the requirement of officers, sir. So this is something from my side. Thank you so very much, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Bansal, sir. Now I invite Dr. Alka Mudgal, Head MIT Institute of Education, to address us about one of the most sought after course by retiring defense personnel, that was Management of Academic Institution. Ma'am.
Thank you so much. Once again, a very good morning to each one of you, and a very warm welcome to General Singh from DGR. Like ours is a teacher education institution, Amity Institute of Education, and we are running teacher education programs under it. And we have a statutory body also, that is by the name National Council for Teacher Education, and each and every program which we run, is recognized by the statutory body. And there are many, many other courses also which are governed by the statutory body. Now, if we, talk about the journey of 3-month certificate course in management of academic institution, we started in 2005. And being the founder member of the institution, I had the opportunity to rightly, start from 2005 only. So I have been associated with this program, right from the beginning. If we talk about the evolution of this course, it was not this, form of the course. We started, school administration and finance, in 2005. And then slowly, in 2006, the officers, they wanted to opt for that. And then we started with the administration, finance, and security, and finally the name management of academic institutions, because we were actually, talking about the management of schools as well as higher education institutions. So the name was given in 2008 by the suggestions of the participants and also the resource persons. So, every course we have had, it's almost, nearing 20 years that we have run this course. So we always start, this course with an auspicious beginning, and that is the reason, we have had wonderful, feedback from the participants, and the course has been very successfully, received by the participants. As far as the course content is concerned, we just divided into 3 blocks, that is the theory, practical, and on-job training. And all these 3, you can say the blocks are interconnected, because whatever theory we are covering, it leads to the practicals, and then, the practicals leads to the on-job training of the course. And as far as the theory is concerned, we do talk about the management of the schools, higher education institutions, and the NGOs also. It was a suggestion by the participants only. And we always, we try to, accept the ideas from the participants, and we include it in our curriculum, whatever is possible. So management of students and staff is taken up. Then the academic curriculum in the schools and higher education institutions, the different facilities, how to manage those facilities, like computer labs are there, sports facilities, health, wellness programs, all those things are covered under this. Then definitely the estate management, the financial management also, and the role of statutory body. As I said, many of our programs are governed by statutory bodies, like Bar Council is there, then we have RCI, we have NCT. So all those we discuss in the sessions. Then this was also the behavioral and the soft skill capsule course. This also was included after the participants, they asked for it. And then the mentoring system, which is very, very important in any institution nowadays. So we do, incorporate each and everything, whichever is important. And as we know that education is very dynamic, like from day to day, you can find changes. And after NEP, definitely, tremendous changes have happened. So we try to incorporate everything in our course. Then resume writing workshops are held. That is also the demand of the participants, and we incorporated that. Then NGO management, then certain workshops on emotional intelligence, that also was a demand of the participants. Then the latest, whatever is happening in education field, if it is, quality mandates of UGC, then this NEP 2020 or NCF, whatever is coming up, we include. And, we have the participants are very experienced, very learned. So the simple, lecture mode is not adopted here. So we have andragogy as well as pedagogy, which is adopted. And we encourage a lot of self-studies, a lot of discussions, very enriching discussions in the classrooms, individual as well as group presentations by the participants. It's more of experiential learning than anything else. The resource persons, they use, many of the case studies just to give in-depth, feel of the cases. In education, then definitely system analysis, process documentation of any academic institution, the practicals, they visit different institutions, whether it is higher education or the school system and the NGOs also. Then we do, encourage collaborative work, problem solving methods, and cooperative learning within the classroom situation, and definitely the report submission and the presentations by the officers. Then on-job training we have in the schools, in higher education institutions, as well as, the organizations of national importance. So in schools and higher education institutions, all the processes are visited by the participants. They, get the opportunity to meet the officials, and whatever queries they have, these are resolved. They get to meet the principals, the vice principals, the estate managers, everybody, they can meet and they can just, get the queries, resolved. And then, they get a chance to visit these organizations like NCERT is there, NIOS is there, CBSE is there for the schools, then CIET is there. So all these organizations, we manage to, take the participants and they interact with those officials and get things sorted out. So it's more of outcome-based learning by the participation, by the participants. So you can see they really enjoy the presentations, the discussions in the class, the workshops which are held for them. So just few glimpses of the class and the kind of resource persons which we have. Now here you can see the participants interacting with Mr. Ashish Singh and Ashish Bindra, who are the, one is director projects and one is the CFO, who actually, talk about how to establish a school, how to establish a higher education institution, and whatever are their queries regarding the financial aspect of it or the management, everything, the establishment completely is discussed and the queries are sorted out. So, and they use, case studies, actually, all the resource persons to, go to deep into the process. Then it's more of experiential learning at radio studio also. And, the involvement of our Honorable Founder President is such that he, says that each and every program and event, you have to make these participants a part of it. So every time we have something or the other, these participants, they become a part of it, and they really enjoy learning. That is what we want, from the participants. Then we do take them to NGOs also. They learn how to establish an NGOs. This was also, asked by the participants only, because some of them, they wanted to establish, NGOs and schools also. So we give them guidance as per the requirement of the officer also. Postal management, then the all the facilities, environmental related to environment also. Then we have evaluation scheme for the officers also. So it's basically their regularity, which is always there. That is what we have observed. And the written test, group and individual presentations, and the reflective report writing, which they do after visiting any institution or, after on-job training. Then here you can see the panel discussions where officers, they are grouped, and they are given a very pertinent and relevant topic in education. They share their views on the topic, and it's a wonderful and very interesting, session, very enriching for us also, because many of them are from the education core. So we also enjoy, and the participants. And if the participants are enjoying, we are getting the good feedback, then definitely, the job is done actually. So this is what I had to say about the course. And in fact, as I said right in the beginning, many a times you have had 2 courses in a year and 3 also in a year. And some of the officers, they requested for a much longer, duration of the course also, which was not met, prior to, and then there were the change in the policy. So we are just hoping that we can just, again, get the courses from DGR on management of academic institutions and other courses as well. Thank you so much. And thank you for taking out time to be here. And thanks to General Kadiok also to make you, come to the university visit.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to inform you that our Honorable Founder President, Dr. Ashok K. Chauhan, has been listening to these deliberations very intently, and he has just conveyed his compliments to General Shashi and his team and his staff officer. And he has also expressed his very gratifying, in fact, compliments to each one of you. And I'm sure that with this, we will kindly proceed. And I'd just like to request that we just have another 5 minutes so that we can show the general officer the artificial intelligence, because that, ladies and gentlemen, is a very important component, actually. I would also like, the Rear Bhatnagar and Group Captain Shukla also to say a few words. Just a minute.
Good morning, General. Like you mentioned, there are a lot of retired senior officers here, but it's always great to welcome General in uniform. So welcome to Amity. I am Rear Admiral Alok Bhatnagar. I look after international affairs for the education group. It's sad that you don't have enough time. Otherwise, you would have gone around the campus and see the excellent facilities, the global facilities that we have. We actually in are doing great disservice to our officers by not letting them come here and take the advantage of the facilities that we have here. So as far as training courses here are concerned, we have the wherewithal, as Brigadier Sharma had mentioned. As far as our being not a government organization, yes, we are not, but we are tied to the hip with the government. As you've heard, in so many courses, so many ministries, we are very closely associated and have tie-ups with them, and formal tie-ups with them. We also have a lot of ministers visiting us from the government. So it's only right that we offer the facilities that Amity has to the armed forces officers in the years to come. Thank you.
Yeah, General Devesh, go on.
Warm welcome, General Singh. I am General Devesh Gaud, and I have been here with the group since last 1 year, and mentoring army education and military training. And we have a couple of very unique institutions here. The founder had the vision in 2005 to establish one Amity Indian Military College, and on the same pattern of the RMC. And another is that we have compulsory, as the ma'am, she has conveyed, that we have compulsory military education for 1 week, that is at MAJ, sir. So I'm mentoring these institutions. And as far as for DG, that another very important aspect that now Agniveers will be coming, and that in that Agniveers, this will be a great challenge for the DG to just look after them, and in that way we can play a key role in that, and we can design the courses for all the Agniveers for ladies and gents, and so we can work on that field also. And whatever the requirement of the DG is there, certainly that we can contribute. Secondly, that what we have the exposure of the officers, that we can design the courses also, like initially the introduction to the corporates, so that some common training may be for the corporates, and remaining can be the specialized training. So as for the designing can be done accordingly as per the requirement of the organization. That's all from my side. Once again, thank you very much for coming here.
Yes, Group Captain.
Good morning, sir. I am Group Captain Shukla. I am Senior Staff Officer to Honorable Founder President. I am also the Deputy Director General of Outcome. This is a unique concept which our Founder President has designed, that whatever we do, we spend a lot of money, we spend man hours, we spend energy. There should be some positive outcomes from this, and it should continue. I have just 3 small points to make. Amity Group as such, in its universities and the schools, employs the maximum number of retired armed forces personnel from the 3 services, from generals to JCOs to ORs. So this is because the founder president has a lot of respect and love for the armed forces personnel. Second is, as General Gaur rightly said, the Agniveers will be coming out in another 2 years and all. So they are basically the 12th pass students, and they would like to do their graduations. We will design courses for them so that they can settle down in the civil stream. Also, we can have skill courses for them where they can settle down. For the short service commission officers, they look forward to settling down in the civil. We can design courses for them also, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. Now I request our esteemed guest, Major General SBK Singh, to kindly address the congregation, please. Sir.
General Gadiok, sir, and ladies and gentlemen, with so many senior officers here, one feels really delighted. And when I was given a speech by my director training, it had only 3 names. So I didn't realize, it came as a surprise, but then it was a very pleasant surprise, sir, to see so many senior officers in Amity. And I must say that with the thoughts with what we have been brought up in the armed forces, definitely the thoughts of this institution also must be measuring up that way. Sir, I'm really delighted, and I really thank the Honorable Founder President and to have invited me. And of course, General Gadiok sir gave me a call. So no request, sir, by your order. We always emulated you in our lifetime. I have the very unique distinction of being, proud privilege of being from the same school as General Gadiok. And for many of you who do not know, sir was, we always, like, if I may share, like from Sainik Sultalaya, we always thought that he would be our first student of Tilaya who will become a chief. But for the, politics and whatever you say, sir was put in as the Commandant Defense Staff Services, DSSC, Wellington. Sir, like every organization, has all good intentions to do things. But you would agree with me, sir, and other senior officers, that there is a villain in the organization, if I may dare to call them, is the Department of Finance. So what happens, while our intentions are very noble, and I'm more convinced, having gone through the presentation by Dr. Bansal and Alka ma'am, and of course Colonel Ryan sir, that this is a wonderful institute. Amity, of course, one always thought, and whenever I was commanding in Mathura, and I used to always cross this way and see Amity, and always thought that I will come one day visit. Now, of course, God has given a chance this way to come and visit. And what I have heard, I wish I had some more time to go around and see, but I definitely will come, sir. We need to sit for a couple of more times to make crystallize our mind. The things are already in place since 2005 we are in business. And like whatever I thought I will ask, you have already confirmed that it can be curated, it can be, tailor-made that way. So all those things are there. One questions these days I'm asking to all the institutes, starting from IIM Ahmedabad to everybody, is what about employability? While course is all fine, because as a DG resettlement, my job is to resettle my officers. And to that extent, I ask for a commitment, which people are very reluctant in the outside world, sir, to give. But I was very surprised to see, I think in Dr. Bansal's slides, there was a question mark, why? Was that yours or was that mark? And just underneath that was employability. That was your commitment. So I'm really, really very delighted, sir, that at least you are thinking in that direction. Otherwise, people are very, very business focused. And they will say that, course to kar le, but job is not there because you don't fit into our premier programs and this and that. So, sir, I come from a state which talks very straight, and sir will vouch for that. I am from Bihar, and the other day when I went to the different ministries, and as all of you know that in groups D, C, B, A, we have about 10%, 15% reservations by government. And what I see in my records is not we are not able to fill up even 1% of the vacancies. So I asked my own secretary asked, sir, I need to understand this business of reservations. If government has promised 10%, then फौज में हमें ये बताया जाता है कि पंजाब मेल has got 4 seats reserved in by MCO, तो 4 फौजी जाएगा उसके ऊपर, सिविल का नहीं जाता है. But here, if I am given 10%, I take it कि out of 110 will be ex-servicemen. They start telling me, no, it's not, they don't work that way in civil, it is horizontal, it's horizontal, then vertical, and all those things. So, sir, but I have found the catch. So I'm trying to sort out that problem. There needs to be a model roster. Once you enter into the model roster, the vacancies are earmarked for ex-servicemen. It will come to ex-servicemen only as and when it is created. So that thing I have gotten, sir. I'm trying to do that also. But, sir, coming back to the Amity, I'm really, really thankful for such a deep insight by Dr. Bansal, Alka ma'am, and others also. I have got quite a good hang of what you say. And as Dr. Bansal said, you have hand over mic to a teacher, then he takes on. I am a student in that regard, so I really do not know. And of course, it will be not appropriate to speak too much in front of General Gadio. All our lives we have been emulated him and carrying a dictionary in our pocket to figure out certain words he uses. But if I'm really very nostalgic because, of course, apart from being from the same school, sir was my general officer commanding in Meerut. When I was relinquishing my command, I had a very brief time, about almost maybe 2 weeks, to share under sir. I wish I had the opportunity to serve with him for some more time. And in that 15 days, my father expired, so that was the thing. So I got a lovely condolence letter from, I wonder if he remembers, yes, but I still keep it. I have got that letter. And I had to take out some dictionaries, maybe 2-4 words dekhne ke liye. But let me tell you, sir, it was very, very thoughtful of you. Very thoughtful of you. And I was really touched, and that thing I carry in my heart even today. Look at your concern that you reached out to me. And so at this point of time, sir, what I can really promise, as we already discussed, the devil in our organization, the finance department, has put a stop on all the private organizations. Previously, we could just do the business in usual manner. But now we have, between me and my director training, we are trying to find out a way. Even if it has to be done through RFP procedure and through private bidding also, we'll go ahead with that. We'll go ahead. We'll we'll appreciate the situations. We'll situate that both ways, and we'll try to work in a way that Amity comes back to us. We have a couple of more issues also on our mind, but of course, Amity always remains on the top of the list, top of the agenda. So as I told you, sir, we are working on it. I have had one round of discussion with the IFA incidentally, he happens to be acquaintances from the past when I was a financial planning instant command. So I've already explained to him. So he said, give us some time. We'll have to do some sittings. We'll do that sitting, sir. Concurrently, we'll also do sittings with the staff here because I don't think this one meeting will be enough. I will send my team here. If time permitting, I'll also come down there, no problem, sir. I'll request the team from here to come. We'll try to re-establish our connection, sir. At the end, I'll not take much time because I have another thing lined up. So what I want to just say, sir, thank you very much for inviting me, sir. Also to Dr. Chauhan, I would have loved to meet him in person. Surely I'll take some time from Shukla, sir, and I'll come and meet him because I also happen to be a Chauhan. So I wanted to meet him. But it's my loss. I'm sure he must be busy somewhere. But having interacted with so many senior officers and senior professors, I feel the urge of doing revitalizing the courses of DG resettlement. And as you said, sir, we'll take your guidance also. We'll move things forward, sir. Thank you very much for inviting me and for such a wonderful insight and sparing your time as well. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, over a cup of tea, because we are going to have the felicitation ceremony after the dictator momentum. I would just like Brigadier Sharma specifically and Professor Dr. Bansal. I would just like to forewarn you that you heard what the General Officer has said. And therefore, I think there's a commitment which has been made. And this commitment which has been made by the General Officer, we would like to form a composite team. Colonel Dr. Bakshi, I request you to kindly form a composite team. And whenever the General Officer has time, you could get in touch with the Staff Officer. And the composite team could visit the Directorate of General Resettlement. And they could go there and discuss in great amount of detail so that, he could fathom as to what are the imponderables. And not only that, he could also see as to what is the impedimenta and the financial implications and where, Amity could give him the way. And I would also like to reiterate a specific point in a few seconds. Like Professor Bansal, now these are mavericks as far as employment opportunities. The last time, I must tell you, we had General Sargoj, your predecessor, and General Sargoj came and he said, sir, I'm not going to leave it. I'm going to take it up. And let me tell you, hats off to him. I will only say that he went up to the Additional Secretary and she was, I think, a lady, and he spoke to Ms. Kuti and he said that, no, it's got to be done. And Amity is the finest. So IC knows it. And somehow that lady got convinced and we got 2 courses. And after that, he said, sir, my daughter is coming to you and she will do the MBA. And I went to Professor Bansal and I said, the girl is very smart. She's an army brat. And Sanjeev promised. And I think without doubt, with utmost promptitude, Sanjeev got her into Accenture. And the girl, she wrote back to me. I hope I can send what she felt, of course, about me and then about you. And she has conveyed a gratitude to Amity. She has said, sir, you're so right that I passed out, with flying colors from the cradle, she used the word of cradle of learning and leadership. So what I want to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, we will abide by the General Officer's instructions. We'll form a composite team and kindly go and discuss over there with him in great amount of detail. And sir, anyone who comes here is most welcome. Anytime, 24/7. We are so grateful to you for your kind encouragement. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Now I would request General Gideok, sir, to kindly felicitate the chief guest and the member of the delegation. May I request Major General SBK Singh to please accept the benign gesture of felicitation from Amity University. Colonel Navneet Dhaya, please. Colonel Navneet Dahiya, please. Thank you. Uh, may I request General Geryok sir to accept the mementos on behalf of MIT University, Uttar Pradesh, being presented by General SBK Singh, please.
You must be wondering what this is. This is an approval, for the process.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Just take 2 minutes.